The different size weights are going to help you with some unilateral training, which is going to be unique to kettlebells, because typically you find double dumbbells, you can find barbells, you can find machines. So I would try to go with at least a few different sizes. What's going on? This is Marcus Martinez, Master Kettlebell Coach for LivingFit, and today we're going to talk about some kettlebells. So a question that pops up all the time is, Marcus, what weight should I get? And first of all, would you ever ask that about a dumbbell? What dumbbell weight should I get? What barbell weight should I get? What weight plate should I get? It's going to be you're going to be able to use a vast array of weights for different exercises. Depends on what you want to do with the kettlebell. If you are brand new to kettlebells and you've never tried them before and you're like, okay, what weight should I incorporate? Then I'm always going to say err on the side of caution, go light, because then you can do all the different movements. You can learn the technique in a very safe context. Because before we even want to do a lot of ballistic stuff, we're going to just practice positions. We're just going to practice getting to the rack position, bottoms up position, performing basic exercises like squats and presses. And then from there, we can start incorporating ballistic work, but still doing it in a very controlled setting. So my recommendation would be, if you just pick one weight, pick a weight that you can press 12 to 15 times. Something that's going to be very, very light. You're going to be able to do every single thing with it. You can learn the technique, because this is very different. It's very unique compared to a dumbbell. It's going to be much, much more different. So that's going to be my first thing. But if you are very serious about your training and you want to get stronger and more athletic and more ballistic and powerful, then you're going to want to incorporate kettlebells into all of your workouts. Doesn't have to be the only thing you do. You're going to want to build your kettlebell collection. So ideally, you're going to want to get a few different sizes, and I talk about this in another video, but you want to make sure the different size weights are going to help you with some unilateral training, which is going to be unique to kettlebells, because typically you find double dumbbells, you can find barbells, you can find machines. So I would try to go with at least a few different sizes. So what I would recommend is a light bell that you can press 12 to 15 times, a moderate bell that you can get into the rack position and maybe press 2 to 3 times, or at least push press if you use a little bit of momentum, and then a heavy bell that you might not even be able to get into the rack position. Maybe that's just gonna be for deadlifts, rows, and then eventually swings, and then some unilateral work like single leg deadlifts. But eventually you'll be able to do all the exercises with every one of these tools. And then you can go with the really heavy bells if you want, because you're gonna love the way that kettlebells get you stronger, more ballistic. They build your grip strength. They're just so much fun. They're such a fun tool to be able to incorporate in your training, from circuits to complexes to flows to supplementing whatever you're currently doing with traditional lifting, with traditional tools. So that's my recommendation. Once you got that down, you got your technique down, you feel good, then you can start going into double kettlebell exercises, which is phenomenal for building strength and power. And you can absolutely build muscle with that, as long as you pick the heavy enough weights and you stimulate your body with the proper amount of intensity, recovery, training, all that stuff. So that's my recommendation. Hopefully you pick yourself up a few kettlebells and start getting stronger. You can get your kettlebells at Kettlebell Kings, the best kettlebells around. And for all the workouts and programs and new kettlebells, check out LivingFit.